I'm late, but I ain't getting paid, so who gives a shit? Oh my gosh, my head hurts and my back hurts. I have no idea why I have a headache. I don't know if it's a stress headache or what. My head hurts. So what I'm about to do? But I sit up here and listen to Darkness Prevails. I don't mean when y'all hear me listen to, well, y'all like y'all exist. When y'all hear me listening to a creepypasta, like reader, like on multiple occasions, I don't intend to make that sound like, or make that seem like I super duper enjoy them. I'm just subscribed to several creepypasta channels. And certain creepypasta channels, Sushi McPasta, Creeperoni, and Nature's Temper, they do creepypastas. They read creepypastas. People like King Spook and Darkness Prevails. I'm pretty sure it's King Spook. Hold on. No, King Spook I think does a little bit of both. But these aren't necessarily like Lazy Masquerade, Corpse Husband, people like that. They do horror stories, meaning they like the top 5 Craigslist the butt fuckings or whatever the fuck, like horrible things that have happened to people. And they've, let's be real, nobody believes this shit is happening to y'all when y'all write these stories, because like the way y'all write them, it follows the same format of, this really didn't happen, but I can't really write, or I think I want to be a writer, so I'm going to try to write a horror story and see how people like it. It's not scarier because it happened to you. Like, scary is just scary. So for the next 32 minutes, we're going to listen to 6 real, stressing that goddamn real, totally true. You can ask my second cousin's aunt, which will be my aunt, but that'll be his aunt on the other side, or their aunt on the other side. You can ask somebody who is totally real and true, and I didn't make this up. Encounters with vampires. Now, before I hit play, vampires exist in the sense of 420. Portugal the man. 420. Alright, 420. I'm not high, if that's what it sounds like. Well, vampires do exist in the sense there are people who actually ingest blood, but there aren't people who exist who actually like have to live off blood. The human body can only the human body can hello Robon Twitch, or is it just Robo? Okay, Robon Twitch. Like, there aren't people. I'm cheating. Good for you, brother. I don't smoke, but shit, I ain't saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying I don't. Oh shit. Alright, this is where we're going. Fucking rooftops. Goddamn worst level in the game. The human stomach cannot hold that much blood. The acidic levels in blood will fuck up the lining of the stomach. Every day. If you smoke every day, you either have a really, really, really good job, because weed ain't cheap, or you're growing it. And even then, to grow it properly, this shit still ain't loaded? Okay, thank goodness. How do you get your weed? Rob. Oh, Rob on Twitch. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Sorry.
Didn't see anyone. We realized that we'd gone too far. I walked a bit ahead and turned to them. We should really be heading back. I think we've spooked the guy enough. I didn't even notice them step back.
Who is calling me?
All the color from their faces draining, and I saw Ashley start to tear up.
What up, bud?
Yo, streaming?
Yep.
What you streaming on?
What am I streaming on, or what am I streaming?
Oh, my bad, call that noise. I said, what you streaming on? Like,
Twitch.
what you streaming on? Twitch?
Yeah.
Why didn't I get the damn notification? Alright.
I don't know, but it hasn't been doing that for anybody. Because when you go live, I noticed I started noticing that it doesn't tell me that you're live.
How long have you been streaming?
11 minutes. Damn.
Oh, you think that? Alright,
Yeah.
I'm up here. We're gonna go to Twitch and watch a little bit. You know, got to say that down enough.
I got this dude up here talking about weed. It's kind of interesting, actually.
Right, I thought that.
All right. What you drinking, bud? You know what's funny? That's actually one of the main reasons I didn't smoke. I don't I don't smoke. Period. Like whether it be weed or cigarettes. Like cigarettes in general. Like I don't know what it is. I don't like the smell of cigarettes. Like the smell of weed doesn't bug me that much. But cigarettes is I can't deal. But yeah, like it was all like marijuana has always been like considered a bad drug. And it's like, oh no, if you smoke weed, you're a loser. And it's like, of all the drugs, including cigarettes and alcohol, of all the drugs you could get on at any point in your life, weed is like the simplest one. It's I guess the most harmless. Now, I don't believe that in this whole like, well, weed is actually really good for you. It's not. At the end of the day, like science comes into play, and it's anytime you put anything in your lungs that's not oxygen, it decreases the amount of oxygen in your lungs, and your body has to work harder to get oxygenated blood to other body parts. Yeah, dude, the cigarettes. I live with a smoker, and it's like, as much as you think you don't like them now, if you actually took a break from them, like stop being around people, like completely stop being around anybody who smoked for like a couple of months, and you came back and like was shit and was involved, like had to be around them again, like the smell of cigarettes would like honestly like be so, like it would be too much to handle. Okay. Ain't that. It's not that this is hard, it's just that this shit is very specific in the way that it wants you to do it. Like 45 seconds, I gotta get like at least 48 more. Like I'm with you on that. That's how I feel about like most. Because I think, like, in general, like, every human finds fault in something. It's like, oh, you shouldn't do this, it's bad for you. Like, oh, smoking's bad, like, you shouldn't eat that, that's bad for you. You shouldn't drink that, it's bad for you, it's gonna kill you, it's gonna give you cancer. And it's like the idea of being fear is a good way to make sure that people, like, listen. It's like, oh, yeah, you can't, do that. It's like, I heard that shit gives you cancer. Like, what? Cancer? That's crazy. I was like, yeah, you're not gonna, nobody wants cancer. Fuck. Got it. Nailed it! And it's my best run so far. It's like, and if it was if the people who sold weed were like these really peaceful people and it never became a problem, if no one ever got shot over a street corner that they were selling their weed on, then I would totally be against the idea of marijuana being illegal altogether. I'm pretty sure they're like, I've been told that by different like pot smokers that like it affects some of everybody in a different way. It's like there are people who've like legitimately told them like, oh yeah, I smoked and I had this experience, and I told somebody else, well, this happened. And they're like, oh, it's impossible. Like I've never had that happen to me. It's like, well, like it's a plant. It's like one farm's corn won't taste the same as another farm's corn because it's grown differently. It has like the soil and all that shit has like different effects on it. So like I don't down anybody who smokes weed. I don't down anybody who smokes weed, but it's just not for me. It's like, as a person who has diminished lung capacity in general, it's like smoking of any sort is kind of out of the question. So, So you say you were a grower. I again, like most people don't, like, I'm pretty sure you're not growing it like outside. So do you use like hydroponic equipment to grow your shit? Oh, hello. Most likely. I feel like if the government decided to legalize marijuana, then oh shit. Like if they legalize marijuana, that means they start selling marijuana, and then it would become a matter of they treat it like they treat tobacco. So no lights all. Oh, so it's actually grown, so it's specific to where you live. Then it's like your soil, your sunlight, your amount of sun, like how you watered all that. So it's very specific to you. That's pretty. Like that's cultivation at its best. Like it's like it's not. It can be mass produced, but you can't replicate the results time and time again because it's not necessarily all up to you. I'd imagine you live in California.